How's it going, everybody? This is your boy Hollows Grim, and today we're going to react to MacDonald, Whiteboy. Now, a lot of people have been telling me like this is kind of a little controversial, so on that note, I'm not controversial, I'm not political, don't give a crap about that, I honestly don't. I live my life just same as the next person. It's just how I see it, that's just how it is, but it's interesting to see something like this. Like, never really heard of something or a rapper doing this kind of thing. So without further ado, please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that comment section if you want to see more of this. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
I cannot feel guilty for that I didn't do, but I can understand the reasons why you think that I should. Yeah, I'm white, but I never put your neck in no noose, and I never burnt a crotch or hid my face with a hood. You can't just label me racist, cause I'm related to people who did some terrible way back before I was alive. My parents...
Oh man, I gotta say that's a true statement. I mean, it's true. I mean, my freaking wifey, he's white, I'm freaking Puerto Rican. I don't see color. She don't see color. And why? That's the thing I really didn't get about a lot of people is they go over and they say, oh, well, because my ancestors this, my ancestors that. I was like, my ancestors were slaves too. Her ancestors were freaking slaves too. I mean, she's Irish. Freaking Irish were freaking slaves back Jesus knows when. Like, on all cultures and all everything like that, we were all slaves at one point. So I never got that argument. Even when I was in school, I never got that argument. So, I don't know. It's just people are stupid.
Brought me up to treat everyone as an equal. I refuse to feel ashamed because of my pretty blue eyes. And Nazi, white supremacist. Anyone who labels me as that because of my family genetics. The hatred for Caucasians is so pathetic. Go be proud that you're black, but don't hate me for some credit. I'm not the white devil, neo-Nazi, cop trying to pull the trigger. You can call me what you want, but I'd still never say the white race as a whole ain't the enemy. There's racist white people, but we're far from that collectively.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy.
See, I never got that. I am... Especially with people, like, I see white boys with dreadlocks. I see freaking us Puerto Ricans with dreadlocks. I've seen every single race color created with freaking dreadlocks. I don't know, it's something about cultural appropriation. I mean, and like I said, all this stuff, it don't make sense to me. It really doesn't. Have I experienced racism in my life? Of course, by every single race, color, and creed. By everyone. I'm not saying everyone like as in everyone. I'm saying like for all walks of life, there is that. And in my belief, it's taught. Like, we're not inherently born with that notion or that capability of the notion of skin color. It's something that is taught, whether it's taught in your family or it's taught in your culture. In my culture, we don't do that kind of thing. We just don't. Like I said, I don't see color. I don't see anything like that. And whoever says, "Oh, that's racist too," I'm like, well, go forget yourself, okay? Forget you ever existed, because that doesn't make any sense. All right, it just doesn't. That's why I say I just don't understand people sometimes.
If a black man is sipping on some cognac sitting next to me, I don't assume that every black's favorite drink is Hennessy. I don't dislike...
Thank you. See, just because you look a certain way doesn't mean you should assume that the other person is like that. No. Quite the freaking opposite. Me, I like Bacardi, but my favorite drink is sake. And that's Japanese. Like I said, especially with, like I said, with this whole racism thing and stuff like that, why don't you just sit down and just talk to that individual, see what's really going up inside their head. That's one thing I guess we forgot to do as a society, instead of just looking at someone and be like, well, he probably is this way because he looks that way. I mean, judging by his tattoos, or judging by the way he wears his clothes, or judging by the way he dresses. No. Sit down and talk to that person. Get to know somebody before you judge them. Am I guilty of that? Yes, I'm guilty of that probably on a daily basis. You know? I've done that before. We've all done that before. But as soon as we freaking see that we were wrong about that person, we're like, I feel like an idiot. Yeah, you feel like an idiot because you didn't have the time to freaking go and talk to that person. Alright? Ignorance will breed ignorance. If you're talking about something you don't know nothing about, you're going to look up stupid, and not only that, you're going to spread that to another person, and another person's going to think a certain way, and it shouldn't even be like that. It starts a whole cycle, and that's just not right.
Tanisha, cause her first name isn't Stephanie. Not only is that wrong, it's a waste of energy. Ivory or ebony, 45 or 17, we all bleed the same. Martin Luther King or Kennedy. They're angry, I'm reciting the facts. He's white and he raps, he stole the culture right from the blacks. Okay, he's fire, but we lit the flame, he's siphoning gas. So this corny little honky man, the whitey is whack. You letting history perpetuate the hatred within, and then you paint me with the brush you painted slave owners with. Yeah.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy.
White boy, white noise, I can't say with my white voice. White boys, white lies, don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes. I got a mother, a father, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, and a grandma that I picture when you're openly hating. And God willing, one day I'll have a kid of my own. I refuse to let you blindly hate my wife and my baby, so go ahead and hate the races. I pray for their extinction. If you wanna hate the white people, just make the distinction between the ones who want the best for everyone regardless, and the ones who build the system just to smother you with hardship. Stop before you say it. I know what you've been thinking. How's a straight white male in 2018? You're making me the villain by demonizing my race for things I didn't do and decisions I didn't make.
Exactly. For things that I didn't do and decisions I didn't make. Why? Why are you going to freaking demonize somebody for the things that they didn't even freaking do? Everybody's saying like, oh, slavery happened this is so long ago. Were you alive during then? No, you weren't alive during then. I wasn't freaking alive when my freaking ancestors were supposedly raped, freaking turned into slaves, mutilated, forced to work. I wasn't alive during then. A lot has changed. A lot has changed. And if you don't understand the past, how can you move forward in the future? Because part of moving on is forgiving. Yeah, you don't forgive the act, but you forgive, how should I say, you forgive the people who done it because, one, like I said, it was done out of ignorance. Ignorance. Not understanding. Alright? That's the problem. Gotta understand everybody. Gotta understand where they're coming from. Understand what's going on inside their head. And like you said, don't blame someone for the mistakes that their so far ancestors did. I'm pretty sure you're not the same person as your mother or father. And your mother or father's not the same person as your grandma and grandpa. We're not the same people. We're not. And people fail to understand that. Oh, well, it's because his dad or his mom's like that. He's going to turn out that way. No. I'm a perfect living, freaking, breathing example. Most of my family, God forbid they're ever watching this, most of them have done dope. Most of them all have freaking wheeled and dealed. I never have. And I won't. I changed that aspect of myself because I didn't want to be like that. And if I could change, so could everybody else. It's that simple. You choose the direction of life you want to go through, and you choose how to treat people. Don't go following anybody else to say, oh, well, because they're doing this, I should act that way too. No, be a leader. Don't be a follower. You'd be surprised how far that'll take you. And make your own decisions, not the decisions someone else wants you to make.
No one that I call a friend has ever owned a slave, and neither did our dads or our dads' dads. Sakes acknowledging atrocities were wrongly committed is all that I can offer while I'm wrongly convicted. I would never hate a man for what God gave him in pigments, and I would never plot against him just because he is different. I would never judge a human for the cards he was given, or call him lesser than myself because of the race that he's mixed with. White people that you hate aren't your neighbors or lawyers. They're the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bushes, and Royals. They're the people who monopolized the water and oil and injected your communities with drugs that they spoiled. Got no patience for Nazis, I think they're better off dead. The fighting hatred with hatred, making the hate more intense. I don't want nothing to do with either side of the fence, so don't blindly attack me for wearing braids on my head. Hate the people who believe you put yourselves in the ghetto. Hate the ones who teach their children you ain't cause they said so. Hate the ones who think you're all the same and judge you profusely cause the way that you're portrayed on our news and in movies. Being white and being racist aren't the same, man, I promise. No, it's hard to tell the difference if I'm just being honest. I deserve the chance to show you I'm not part of the problem, and you owe it to yourselves. We got so much in common.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy.
White boy, white noise, I can't say with my white voice. White boys, white lies, don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes.
White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy.
Tom MacDonald, I fully agree with your message, man. I hear what you're saying, and I fully agree with it. Like I said, don't judge anybody just because of what happened in the past, or their skin color, what they believe in, or anything like that. Every single evil and vile thing that's on this earth has been taught to someone to feel, to act, to behave, or to do the things they do. It's because it was taught. All you have to do is just, like I said, sit down, and the most important thing to do is have that conversation with that individual or those people. Like I said, we all forgot how to do that. Just to sit down and talk with each other as human beings. Wow. Again, it's Tom MacDonald, Whiteboy. If you guys like this kind of content, please let me know down in the comment section. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, have a blessed day, and thank you for watching.